Hello, and welcome to Demon Interviews, episode 74. I'm your host, Springy, and joining us today, once again, after a freaking, year or so, is a
Yep.
very special guest.
Frost Viper! Or Batman.
Or Batman, exactly. and if you want to see his past interview, I'm not going to link it because I don't know how to do that, but I'll put it in the description.
There you go.
There we go. Or you can just look up Screeching to a Halt. It was episode 17.
So
Right?
long ago.
Imagine if your episode was 77.
Oh, that would have been so awesome.
Alright, let's restart. And no, I'm kidding.
God damn it. No.
So yeah, let's go right on into it because we're running a little bit behind because of behind the scenes stuff, which we won't talk about right now. So, would you rather eat Cheetos or go on a hike?
I'd rather go on a hike. Cheetos, the puffy dust everywhere is so annoying. Gets in all of the cracks. You're trying to pick it from underneath your nails. I'm not about that. I'd rather go for a hike because then I get to see all the lovely beauties of nature.
Awesome. So, the next question is: let's say you have unlimited funds, unlimited whatever the hell. If you had the opportunity to cosplay a canon character from any sort of media, who would you choose to be?
Oh, that's tough. There's so many good ones. I could be the real Batman. I could have all the cool gadgets and the awesome car because I want his car. It comes in black.
Yeah.
But I think I would do. That's tough. Because it could be from any world and stuff. So there's many different things. I guess I'd go with Batman. He has all the cool gadgets, the cool cave and everything, and I could be actually like him. So that'd be kind of cool.
Awesome. So, skip ahead in the question list a little bit, which is fine. So your name as of right now is Frost Viper, and then it used to be Screeching Carnifex. Why did you choose both names? Why did you choose one, and then why did you choose the other one, and so on and so forth?
I chose Screeching Carnifex originally because I love doing the screeching sound, so I'm almost all the time back when I was younger. But I also loved just bats. I kept thinking of bats because I really love Avenged Sevenfold. So I was like, the screeching of a bat, that's cool. I like that. And then I was thinking of a Carnifex because I play Warhammer 40k. So that was one of the cool things of the Tyranid army. And I was like, yeah, I really love that character. But I also love the band Carnifex. So I was like, those two go together really well. They're like a death metal band with bat wings. That'd be really cool. And then on top of that, then I chose Frost Viper originally because one, I live up north, so I'm used to the frigid frostiness of the cold. And then I chose Frost Viper because I was like, it'd be cool for an ice snake in a way, where it'd be a nice white snake or a blue snake with these really blue eyes and a covered sheet of ice on it. And I was like, that'd be really cool. And since snakes are my spirit animal and I'm a Slytherin, represent, I was just kind of sitting in that field of choosing to be a different name. Plus, it was also so much smaller. Screeching Carnifex took up so much area whenever I'd make videos and stuff. Yeah. So then other people who duet me would take up too long. But then Frost Viper was so much smaller, so other people could put more things in their description from tags to things that they wanted.
Awesome. Makes sense. I'm trying to go through it and pick ones that you haven't answered already. Because some of them were definitely from the last one, so I'm trying to just pick them out a little bit. So
I don't even remember a lot of them. So if you ask me again, I might have a changed description.
I mean, true. Your name. Oh god, I'm gonna have to make a snake pun. Oh god.
Yes.
Okay. Save the other pun for something else.
Stay frosty. I don't know.
Yeah. There we go. There we go.
Yes.
See, always helping. So the next question is coming from a past guest, who gave it to me on Instagram. His name is Shannon Carruthers.
Yes, lovely man.
He's awesome. But and if you want to see it, self-promotion.
If you want to
But
see it, there's other videos with him inside there, all on the Probably side. Or check out the channel down below.
yeah, check out the actual channel. I'm not gonna put them all.
List goes on.
So, fuck, like 10, I think. Um, you'll see. Just look for the weird witch doctor dude. Going for the actual question. You're going to be the star of a movie. Who would you want your co-star to be? It can be anybody. It could be somebody from TikTok. It could be an actual actor, actress, or it could be just Father Gabriel. I don't know. Even though it's an actual character in Walking Dead. But anywho, and what genre would it be?
Ooh, that's tough. So if I was doing, I'll do for like a couple because there's 3 people I'm really thinking about in my head. One of them would definitely be Zombie Sailor because I feel like we do a really cool like apocalyptic, maybe Mad Max style because we already had kind of characters that were working in that way. So it'd be really cool to kind of see like maybe an action like semi-comedy sort of apocalyptic style. So that'd be really cool there. I would definitely choose Grimwolf for like a definite action star, like really cool, like super stereotypical macho man movie sort of thing. Like I'm his stupid sidekick and he's like the badass guy that wears the glasses, always cool, chicks dig him and stuff like that. Yeah, exactly. And he'd be really cool for that kind of style. So I was like, that would be a really cool person. And then I would definitely choose if I wanted to do more like a romance kind of darkened style, I would probably choose I'd probably choose Osiris, or I'd probably choose excuse me. Damn it, I knew that was gonna happen.
Yeah, sure.
We'll clean it in post. There's oh, there was somebody else I was thinking in my head, and it just. But yeah, for like romance and stuff like that, like a romantic, like gothic-esque style, maybe even a musical in a way, I'd probably choose Osiris for that. So
awesome. The other name came out with the burp.
Yes, it's like
like put like an infographic of like what it was. You tell me later.
Subtitles.
Burp and what it means. Like edit.
Translated in Burpnese.
Burpnese. So now I have this stereotypical YouTube thing that you're in every single video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell icon. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns for this lovely guest here, we will ask the questions next time he is on.
Sounds cool.
Awesome. So, the next question is coming from a Mr. Zoom _ 2028. I believe that's the numbers. It's very serious question. Everybody at home will very much agree that every time I say this question, it's very serious and very long, very complicated. Peanut butter ?
Peanut butter. Okay, so if we're getting into things for peanut butter, a lot of people like crunchy, a lot of people like smooth, some people like almond butter milk, like the almond peanut butter. Yeah, I don't know where I was going with everything.
Almond everything.
Almond butter, shea butter, and stuff like that. I'm more of just the classic smooth peanut butter from probably I don't know if you guys have the brand down in the States or wherever else, wherever you're watching from either. In Canada, we have this brand, and it's like a bear on the front. I can't remember what it's named, but it's this like green bear, and it's like a regular bear. It's like regular brown colors, but it's on a green background. And it's smooth peanut butter. Smooth peanut butter. Final answer. I locked that in.
So everybody says.
Oh no! I only got 2 points.
I was just smooth too, so I understand that. So you get 1, 2. Hey, look.
Yeah. But like it's spread so nicely. Like, why do you want that crunchy where it's just you're basically rubbing butter? I don't want to chew my food more. I already got jelly and jam on there. Like I'm already like eating a PB and J. I don't want to like. Oh, there goes my bread.
Yeah. Next question also coming from my Mr. Zoom underscore 2028. It'd be amazing if I'm just remembering that now.
Yeah.
It's even longer than the last one. Bacon question mark.
Ooh. Okay, so we have a thing called Canadian bacon up here, right? And Canadian bacon's really thick pieces, but like that. And it's basically pea meal bacon. It's much thicker hide and whatever. I will not go with that. I will go with the original American bacon because, yes, always cooked to perfection.
Yeah. I completely agree. So, the next question is coming from my Harley F. Quinn. I have to get in the right mindset to say this question. What are those?
I don't know. What are they? They just seem to be coming for me. Help! Oh,
Oh God. And the funniest thing, the bacon question, this question comes from a episode where it got corrupted and I can't find it anymore.
Are you kidding? Oh no.
And it's posted as an 8-minute video. Just the first 8 minutes.
Oh no.
Yep, it's fun. But the next question is coming also from a past guest, a Kinkin Ocelot. Favorite meme?
Ooh, that's tough. So everyone else is really loving the Baby Yoda, and I'm not about that. I didn't really care for Baby Yoda. I hated Baby Yoda. So my favorite meme has to be the Stormtrooper just decking Baby Yoda in the face. That was my absolute favorite meme. Because it shows what I feel on the inside. The people being like, me when I go over and ask for this. It's like, I just want to be that person laying in. Slam! No cookie for you.
No cookie for you.
No cookie.
No habla inglés. Just like turn to the devil.
No habla inglés.
But the next question is coming from a fan on Instagram, a Charlie_Anderson99. What is one thing you regret doing on camera?
Okay, so I made a video with Savvy Mischief and Canadian Taco before he became the Holy Taco.
Before he and then something else. And something
yeah,
else.
now he's something else now, and I have no idea how to find him. There was a clip where they did the "God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen" song, and they were doing like the da 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 da. Yeah, I failed so hard at that. It took me like 36 tries before I was able to even do it semi-close, because they were using the ×2 filter on TikTok to be able to go and match the speed and keep up with it. It was having troubles catching up, so while it was recording, I couldn't do it. So I had to do it on normal speed of trying to keep up with them and everything. And I failed so hard that I failed halfway through and I went, yeah, and I just started dancing and doing like a little jig. And everyone just loved it. It was one of my highest viewed videos, other than the one I did with Shannon, which was the Welcome to the Underground while I was in Damien and he was in Sands, which he hates so much.
they both hate those so much. They really do. Like there'll be like a joke off of that, and like I said, I'm gonna try, but I can't think of any other jokes for both of them.
JT Media actually just joined TikTok not long ago, and that's how they introduced their channel. They're like, welcome to our TikTok account. And then after they finish the whole thing, he's like, all right, time to delete this song. So I tagged Shannon in it going like, hey buddy, they're finally doing it. And people start messaging me going, leave him alone. Like I was dealing with like the whole, leave Brittany alone. Leave him alone.
Oh God. But the next question is, what is one of the biggest misconceptions about you and or your OCs?
a lot of people assume that my OCs are just things that I've created in my head, which they're half true. Right? I've of course had to create them in my mind first before I made them out into the real thing. But to be honest, all the makeup styles that I do for them were kind of their own design, if that makes sense. They made themselves. I'd just take the makeup brush, I'd start doing whatever, and then whatever just felt right. A name would come for them. There would be a whole new like backstory for them already. They'd get these little parts and pieces, and they would create themselves and manifest. And then I'd just be like, all right, here's your first steps out into the world. And I'd bring them out, and people are like, yeah, woo, sort of thing sometimes. And I'm like, I'm so happy you love them. Other times it's just like, TikTok's like, nuh-uh. I'm like, oh, like, look at the precious angel. Look how cute they are. And they're like all like rabid little dinosaurs trying to chew at them. It's like, they're so adorable. And they're like, no, denied.
There's like a big stamp, just...
Oh yeah, basically they're just like, nope, fail.
Just like right on their forehead.
I need to do that for like another one. Like I need to find one of my most like hated characters by TikTok's means of like how many times it's been shadow banned. Be that character, just put a giant F on my head with a circle in red. I've just failed. But yeah, honestly, a lot of people misconstrue that I don't like have feelings for these characters, and in some ways I really do. So whenever I make them, I care so deeply about them being seen, not because of the time and effort I put into them, but because they are like my babies. They're like my children, and I'm like, I want to show them with the rest of the world and share this wonder. And that's a lot of people end up being like, he doesn't care about them, he'll never bring them back. I've been sitting there going, I'm just looking for audios, like, leave my babies alone. Sitting there with Damien in my hands like, you have returned. All they're just seeing is the horn like here, and I'm like, you have returned.
It almost looks like a tentacle just coming out.
I have tentacles now.
It's like coming. That could be like a whole new thing. Just like a tentacle monster just poking out, like right here. Then you're like Mr. Crocker. Like Crocker just...
Dr. Octagonopus, blah.
But the next question is:
yes.
Is TikTok / Musically the only place you do your original characters?
No. So I'll go to anime conventions and stuff like that as my OCs, because it's just like, I've created them. I want them to be a thing. I've also found recently people have been making fan fiction of my characters on Wattpad, because I was going through and I found a couple, and I'm like, some of these are not bad. They're really like just hanging out with them or growing with them. Others are very, very plus and higher, and I'm like, oh god. And I'm like, I'm looking at this and like, hi, I'm 15, and I'm like, no, stop. Like, just vomiting in slow motion. But like, I don't mind when people do fan fiction and stuff. It's just, be the proper age to write it, and definitely get your fan fiction like proofread a little bit, because sometimes you make a bit of mistakes and it definitely throws off the curve. I don't mind when people think of it, just don't get too thirsty. There's such a thing as too much thirst.
Yeah. There's not enough liquid on the earth to push that thirst.
The Pacific Ocean has run dry. Thirsty fans today.
Yeah. So, the next question is going to be coming from another past guest. There's like a whole separate list. The next one is coming from a Savvy Mischief.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a... let me read through it really quickly. I haven't looked at these questions in a little bit. Hold on. Okay, so, has there ever been a character or a video that you made and you're just like, oh god, why, in God's name, why did I do that?
Yes. There is one I made... Actually, there's two. One got shadow banned so hard, and I was like, oh, thank God. And it was just my character, Feral, and he was basically sitting there, and he was like, oh, baby, work the shaft, from the Hellsinger Bridge. And that had so many thirsty duets. I was so astonished. TikTok was just like, this breaks guidelines. I'm like, oh, yes, it does. Let's take this down. But a part of me was like, I kind of want to make it again and re-upload and see how much time has changed between the year I made it to the year now.
And then, it out faster.
Yeah, like just so much quicker. But I want to save it this time so I can post it elsewhere.
Yes.
But then there's also the other one, which was I was Mad King Jack, and that was a character I haven't been for in a long time. He had like one white eye, one blue eye, a silver hair, and a crown. And he was just a psychotic vampire king. And I did this audio, and it was just kind of just stupid, which is two of them. One was just like, they say the first thing you notice about someone is their eyes. But the first thing I notice is the booty. And I did that one. And at first I was like, this is great. And I posted it. But the comments are just like, you can grab my butt. And I was like, no, I am okay. And then my other one, which was the I did that. But it just had no background sound. It was just pure ambiance, and it would just come in out of nowhere sometimes off the random areas. And it was so hard to film, and just so what the flip did I create that I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna forget that in the past. So that's definitely what I'm like, why did I ever make you?
So the next question is coming from a Kermit Sam. Which came first, the chicken or the egg?
I don't know. If you ask the chicken, then she's pointing to the egg and going just, shh. Well, we answered that question.
All right, yeah. Let's go back to the other list because there's a few.
It's did the do phenomena.
That's copyrighted.
No,
I won't get money because we're making so much already. Okay,
not throw it in the cash, dollar, y'all got the monopoly money.
Pretty much, that's the only thing we're making right now is SWAT, but that is fine because that's not the main point of this channel. Anyhow, yep. The next question is: did you create any of your original characters just for TikTok/Musical.ly, or did you already have them all? Or most of them?
All of my characters that I created have not been characters I have ever made before. TikTok was the first place I actually felt comfortable enough to create my own content. Originally, I made the application to get away from the world, and so when I finally joined, and I'm seeing all these people create these elaborate characters and their original content with all these backstories, I was in awe. So I then created characters based on like different things or scenarios or even past things I've gone through that ended up pushing this character into life. And now that I have them, TikTok's been the first place I ever pretty much create them because I was like, this is where I started. Even if people don't like it, I love it.
Yeah. Awesome. So the next one is, and if you notice me looking down, I'm just looking for a duet that I did with you because I want to make sure it's on here too. But and so there's an actual reason. It's not just me being like, oh man, why him? Oh God. It's not that.
Why?
Oh God. Okay. So this would be the video where Savvy's question would come in. So the actual question is, who from TikTok/Musical.ly would you like to do a collab with IRL?
Ooh, so I did a bunch. I did one with Good Grief George, or Good Guy George. I don't remember. I know it's Good George on TikTok. I've done videos with him. I did them with Grim Masquerade, Danny Cran Irish, Grimwolf, and stuff like that. Like, so I did a bunch of videos when I went to Tent Talk. And I also did one with Savvy on her channel, which I laughed at. If you ever ask her about it, if she get on her again, it's the Timon and Pumbaa one. I loved it. we were both in onesies. That was definitely one of my favorite collaborations. But if I could do one of a full collab, I really, really, really want to do one with Gothic X Lily, because we used to do characters together, because that was my first ever OC, as well as with OG Demon Queen, which was the Lady Slayer of before. I would love to do a collab with her as well, because they were both the first two originally that I made best friends with, that I made a character with them. So becoming Lucian and Feral again, to be able to make videos with both Amber and Lily, would be really, really awesome. So I think I'd like to collab with them, like, really deeply.
Awesome. So now, and I just learned that the audio for that video has been taken down. So
Oh,
I need to
no.
post it either way. But thank God I saved it. But the next question is, I saved all my videos, so it's like,
It's a good thing. I've been trying to, too, of my favorite ones. So I'm like, the other ones, whatever.
yeah, pretty much. But let me do it this way. Okay, sorry. But the first pictures, the first two pictures, I know this can't show up well, is a picture we took when you were first on the show. Oh, wait, no, it was. And then the other picture is your videos that you sent in. I'm just like, well then. But the next question is, how are you and your original characters alike, and how are you different?
Ooh, that's tough. So a lot of them are based off of past problems, and some are mixed in with my multiple personality, but people call it DID now, because apparently they can name things new names. um, but they're very similar to my own personalities and my own mixes, and that's how I sort of kind of incorporate them. So that's why I have more days where I'm like, oh, I'm more feeling this character or more feeling that one. So that's how we're very similar. As well as like kind of tragic backstories. I don't know what it is. I love tragic backstories, and like they kind of mix with me. So it's kind of like finding myself in my character, and my character kind of being that version of me I can't be, but I would love to. And then the differences is they have superpowers and I don't, and they look badass, and they don't have to rub off their face with makeup. They can have different colored eyes that just change on their own. Can I have that, please? Can I be Mystique? Yes, please.
Yes. Where to go? There it is. Okay, I finally found it. Sorry. It took forever. My God, it was like literally last year.
Oh no.
Like the beginning of last year. Sorry. So the next one is a mask just fell on the floor. Fun. The next one is, do the videos that you make that you like the best get the most attention, or is it the ones that surprise you? Because I know we talked about this a little bit before, how we don't really care about the numbers, but you know, throw that one in there.
It's funny. The ones I spend the most time into used to get the most views. Like I'd spend them with editing, timing, lighting, practicing again and again and again on the audios, and those ones used to have like the most views. Well, the ones I didn't really too care much about, but I'd still do, they'd not get as many. But now it's vice versa. So the ones I'll put so much effort into, and I'll do cool lighting and angles or time frames and stuff. Those ones will just be kind of sitting at like a really low level, while the ones I'm like kind of just acting like a dork, being like, ha ha ha, honky donky dooey. Then those ones are like skyrocketing, and I'm sitting there going, but why? Like, I don't care, but it's just now I'm confused.
Yeah.
What?
Trust me, I completely understand that. Why? Like I had one that was like a pun that I made, and it's like my like number 2 video right now, I think, or something. And I'm like, why? Why you?
It really always depends, because sometimes it'll either be your bloopers and your mess ups, or it will be like something you just thought was funny in the moment and like original content, and people are like, yeah, I like that. But as soon as you're like, I'm gonna make something cool or devious or really awesome, and then everyone's like, I've seen it done before. I rated it like a 3 on Yelp.
0 of 100 even. But now, next question is: would you keep a pet zombie or would you kill it?
Oh, that's tough. So I'm a very zombie enthusiast kind of person. So like, if zombies were to attack, everyone says that they're prepared. They're like, oh yeah, I got all these and this and that. I do. I literally have like a knife every like 3 feet from where I'm standing. Like, I got one here, I've got one over here, I got one in my backpack. Like, I'm ready to go, right? Yeah. So I'm prepared for when it comes towards zombies, but to keep one as a pet, I feel like if I found out that they had the same similar rule sets to The Walking Dead, where if you end up covering yourself in their smell, you smell like one of them, so you can kind of coax through them. So keeping them with me would be a good idea, as long as I sever their arms and get rid of their teeth and jaws, so I don't have to worry about that. Fine. However, I would also be very afraid to do so, because even if you cover them and everything, you can't be 100% sure that it won't lead them to where you are or anything like that, or have any possible issues. So I'd rather take my chances on just being zombie without.
Makes sense. Before we go on to the rest of the questions, we're just going to show off some of the videos that you sent in, and one that I was weirdly searching for a weirdly long amount of time.
Let's do it.
Oh wait, I need to hit like 8 buttons before we get. Need to hit this one, this one. If the sound ever stops, if you can't hear the sound of the videos anymore, just tell me, because it's stupid.
Like leg.
Interesting. My old puppet is back for an encore. You think you can stop me? Go ahead, Pine Tree. Show me what you got.
Wake up, little spider. Wake up. No, you're not dead yet. Just paralyzed temporarily. You're an amazing creature, Spider-Man. You and I are not so different.
I'm not like you. You're a murderer.
Well, to each his own. I chose my path, you chose the way of the hero. And they found you amusing for a while, the people of this city. But the one thing they love more than a hero is to see a hero fail, fall, die trying. In spite of everything you've done for them, eventually they will hate you. Why bother?
Because it's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
I suppose it's just interest. Do, me, so, do. Devoid of substance or purpose, a hypothetical pattern. Do, me, so, ti. For the satisfaction of bringing it to completion. Sure. Do, me, so, ti. Interest without meaning. Solutions without problems.
And then you just add words. Here's what I've been working on. Life and death and love and birth and peace and war on the planet Earth. Is there anything that's worth more than peace and love on the planet Earth? Whoa, come on and sing it with me.
Sing?
The words relate to the key.
Key?
If it's a pattern, then just repeat after me. Life and...
And now... and now it will be the duet that I did like fucking literally a year ago.
Oh gosh, I'm so prepared to see this. Oh no, it's this one. Damn. To think that is a year old.
It's weird.
Oh, wow.
It's weird. Like...
You have it right there. Yes. Oh my god, that's amazing.
I just literally had it right there. I'm like, I just used this as a microphone because you never saw the other half of it. Like,
No, and it looks like a microphone. Like it really does on the other end. Like I'm gonna tell you now, my video, the original one on that other side, audio's gone. They took that audio down. I was so sad because that was actually one of my favorites because the lighting was great. I looked great. I was so happy with it because I remember you doing that duet with me, and I ended up liking it. I tried commenting, but I ran out of. I got comment banned on everything because I was commenting and liking so many videos. So they were like, "You can't comment for another 24 hours," and like, "You can't like for another." I was like, "Come on, please,
please, just one more.
Just let me like things. I'm allowed to, Mom." Throw a temper tantrum.
Pretty much. But yeah, I was looking through it and I was like, oh, I found. Oh, well, I have to go the long way then. And I full on went the long way, found that video, dug it out. I'm probably gonna repost it today as well. That dates this video pretty much.
Oh man,
when this is recorded.
That was so long ago. Like, I remember when I created my account, I made it 2 years ago in like April. I only started uploading in August, maybe July of that same year. And then by December is when I just skyrocketed. I remember being at like 12K and then I bumped up to 60, and now it's been like a slow crawl ever since again. And now I'm like really close to 80K, and I'm so happy. I'm on my way. But to see that slow growth again makes me happy because I don't know how I skyrocketed. I don't know what the hell happened. I don't know if they were just like, put this man on the main feed, like get him on there right now or some shit. But like, I was having so many people requesting things, so many likes and follows, and I think it was getting to my head a little bit, like everybody does. Like once you start getting really popular, people really start getting enamored. So having that slow crawl back is kind of nice because then I get to spend more time with the intimate people that come into my live streams and things. I mean, it's sad because it's just like, I miss all of you people. Come back, talk to me. I like friends.
Yeah.
The other half is just like, I can keep up with chat now, so I'm not sitting there going, hold on, let me scroll back. I can't read in Scaleras.
Yeah. Oh. Oh. It's so weird when you have those moments. I remember having one when it was I duetted like one of my old videos, and like I tagged the people who I duetted because it was like a 3-down duet, and they remembered my videos and stuff, and like they're like, oh my god, you've grown so much. I'm like, I know, it's weird.
But it's always great to see that personal growth of like where we once were to where we are now. Like your content, my content, and a lot of other people who've been on your channel, as well as even just on TikTok, have come a long way. Like I remember when, just to throw out there, for example, I remember when Infernum Asylum first came on there as Clowns and Blood. Mm-hmm. He started off super small, but his characters were just so well done. The timing, the lighting, everything like that. And he did all that just from home on his days off or whatever. And then now look at him. He's sitting up there in the millions. He's doing fantastic. The guy's actually super sweet too. Like he's a very tough guy, but like he's a tough, lovable guy. He's like tough love, you know? And yeah. And he's really, really cool. And to see him grow as far as he has, and a lot of the other people that are on this channel, and also just in TikTok itself, to see them grow as people too, is really, really cool. From the very small accounts to the big ones, to see those little inklings of change to like better practice with makeup, or, you know, better timing on lip syncing, or different actions while acting. Like, it's really, really cool. And I love seeing the growth of everybody. So that's definitely a thing to look at, as look at how much we've changed. Like from a year ago, we were doing like little lip sync music videos.
Yeah. I'm cheating always because like I have like 2 masks on, so I don't have to.
but I mean, still, like, your actions show that you would be singing that exact role. Like, when you were there with that mic, even though it wasn't a mic, like, it looked like a microphone. And the way you were moving your body was the way somebody would when exhaling during the song, and the movements and everything. So, like, seeing that to even your content now, you're seeing that growth of your body movements. Even if you're wearing a mask, you're seeing the movement of mouth, you're seeing the body type and the actual emotion behind it. So, like, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of, like, a lot of the people on TikTok and even on YouTube who have grown so much from who they originally were.
Yeah. It really is just amazing to look back at anybody's content, to be like, now, like, then and now, like, if you like let's just like take this channel just as another example. It's like this span of stuff, but to get on with the rest of the show a little bit,
yeah, just off into feel zones here. All right.
Just like, what is the meaning of life? Anywho, what's your favorite type of cheese? No.
I gotta go with marble. Yes. I like marble cheese. Marble cheese is great because it's like a good, healthy mix, and it goes good on tacos and pizza.
Yeah. So the next question is coming from a Corey Nation. Who is your favorite Disney princess?
Oh, I love Corey Nation. Such a sweetheart. Ooh, that's tough. I love Princess Tiana because just the hard work and wanting to do something about their life and everything. I like that. I don't like when it's like, you know, oh, I need to be saved by some prince. She's like, honey, I can do my own work and I can do well. As well as Mulan. Fought against country and culture and just went the distance to be themselves. So I got to give it up to those two because they are what is shown as true women and warrior ways, you know, fighting for themselves and doing something that they love doing and want to protect rather than being a damsel in distress.
Awesome. We have one more question, then I'll ask, then there's another question. But then there's three more questions. So this is the last set of questions. And the last question I'm going to ask for today, is, have you ever gone outside in one of your original characters before? I know we kind of talked about this for like cons, but like, I mean, like, just like randomly to like Walmart or something like that.
I have many a time actually. So here's some good ones. I actually have a video on TikTok. I left works. So I was working originally as a cook. And I worked in this really nice premium dive bar. And after I finished my shift, I literally went to one of the tables, put in my contacts, put on my makeup, my wig, my outfit, and I walked down the street as Farrell, going off towards the subway train. And I filmed the walk to the song We Are Soldiers. And I was just like, I was looking around, I'm scowling at people while I'm walking, but I'm trying so hard not to laugh. So that's one of the filmed ones. But I have other ones where like I've gone to a Walmart or a grocery store and I'm Damien in a big suit, like devil horns, and I'm getting like milk and I'm getting like almond bran and all this sort of stuff. So like I'm throwing everything in there and I'm up to the front. They're just like, paper or plastic, and I'm sitting there going, it's all right. I've got this. And I pull out like this like reusable bag and they're like, the devil cares about the environment? And I'm like, honey, I live on Earth. Of course I do. And I started like piling up things and leaving. So like I've gone out in public, I've made jokes about being in cosplay with other people, and like, yeah, conventions are great because you go around other people who are dressing up, but I love the feeling of like when normal people are walking around me and like they're actually like not in cosplay or anything, like they're just your regular average go to work 9-to-5 job kind of people, and they're staring at you kind of like I don't know what to do, and you're like a shark in a school of fish. They just like walk all around you.
now I'm like, just imagine like next, like if you ever do that again, just be like like just like drop like an octave and like your just like middle of the street megaphone, like
Hello, everybody. Would you like to follow the Church of Satan? Thank you. I am the devil, and we have cookies. Welcome to the dark side.
Like,
Pretty much. Like now I'm just like imagining like you and like Amber, like just like, like walking like down like in like New York City, like the main like just like area, and like getting on top of something, and just be like, "Hello, humans."
I would do that. Is it bad? I would either go to I'd go to the National Square. I can't remember the name of it. The giant like forest in the middle of New York. I can never remember the name of it. It's a park.
No.
It bothers me.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'd be there, and like they have like all these walkways and paths and stuff for like people to go running, walking, jogging, stuff like that. And like we would just get like little like milk crates, and like we'd stand on them and like have little posters of just like God is dead, devil is here now, like like sell your soul for insurance. Fight the system. You think I'm the devil? Have you seen your presidency? Like, watch how fast like the FBI just arrive, and they're just like, all right, we're gonna be shipping you back in a container, and I'm like off to Guantanamo. They're like shipping me away.
They take your DNA. It's not lava.
We gotta test him. He's just a cosplayer. That's what he wants us to think.
He's one of them shapeshifters.
He's a devil. He's the real devil. And you got like one of those crazy mad scientists like, yeah, I agree.
Yes, we must dissect his horns.
We will make him the ultimate super soldier.
Oh God. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to ask you about is, do you have any questions, comments, or concerns about me or the show in general?
I don't have any concerns because honestly, love the show. Honestly, love being on it. Would definitely come on it as many possible times as you wanted me. When it comes towards comments, honestly, super happy to be here. Obviously, it was like way awesome talking with you. Love hanging out, just shooting the breeze, having a good time. And then for questions, question in general for like everybody that is around is, how much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could Chuck Norris? I know it's the strangest question, but I've always had that in mind. I'm like, okay, a woodchuck could chuck wood all the time, but how strong would this woodchuck be if it could Chuck Norris?
Okay, in that one question, you answered the next two questions. Oh God. Okay. So to me, we only have one more question left.
Oh, why? Was that an actual question?
It was. Do you have any questions for a future guest?
Oh.
And then, would you ever come back?
Yeah. Yes. Woohoo!
Somehow you took the question that was you asking questions and answered two different questions. Oh God, that's like new. That's never happened. It's like the 70+ episodes. That's never happened.
In the name of the moon, I will punish you.
So I guess the last question is, who would you like to see on the show in the future? Or like who would you like to be on the show with in the future, I guess?
I'd love to do one with Harley F. Quinn. We've been actually fans of each other apparently for a while, and we're pretty decent friends. Ari Taylor is a really nice person. Honestly, great makeup artist, does some really cool things. She's really, really awesome. Mad Mischief actually is really, really cool too. She just came out with a new tag called Gotham, which is pretty cool to check out. And I think finally there's so many good names I would love to be on.
Just to make like a PDF file for like all the names later.
Sir Cuttlefish. I'd love to be on with Shannon. I'd love to be on with Alexis Wolf. I would definitely be down to hang out with Leo. I'm down for Harley F. Quinn. Mad Mischief is really awesome. God of Night Vale would be cool. Be really awesome to get one with me and Lady Slayer, because like we are butt heads with each other. We are like brother and sister in like the craziest way. So like, yeah, like there's a good amount of people. So if like you're ever just like, oh, let's get this going, it's just like, I am so in.
Awesome. Well, so I guess that's it.
Yeah,
Wow.
I guess so.
That was fast. That felt fast. So thank you all for watching. Thank you now, Frost the Viper, for being on the show.
Well,
I highly
thank you.
appreciate it. We all highly appreciate it, but other people have jobs as well. So
The way you looked from side to side, you're like, thank you. And I think everyone here would like to thank you. It's just like nobody, just hear crickets. It's
yeah,
just like,
pretty much.
oh, hi, everybody.
We all do highly appreciate the Demon Interviews. I was gonna say cast, but we're not a show. We're a show. But we all do highly appreciate it, and thank you all for watching. And I hope, and at least I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.